Hey everyone, welcome back to Warriors Archive tutorial videos. I am Eric Davis and I'm going to be taking you through all the editing features of collections and entries today. So we got a lot to cover and stay tuned. All right, cool. So we're going to go ahead and get started today. We're going to be covering our editing items features. Yeah, there's a lot to cover. So let's get started with right here up at edit items. We're going to click on it, and there's a lot of different things. You got edit details, change images, show hide items, reorder, copy collection, and delete. So I'm going to go ahead and start in editing details. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, which brings up all these icons on the different forms, and I'm going to go ahead and click on this entry right here. Now I'm going to upload a video later on this one. Let's pretend I wanted to use it. So let's use this as for new. Let's say welcoming new students. And it'll be a video that's specifically to welcome them and to tell them a little bit about how to use the archive. So here I got the parent collection. Now parent collection basically means where do I want the folder. So I could actually, if I wanted to move it, I could actually move it under this category right over here, walking the body by clicking in the walking the body section. Now I don't want it anywhere, I want it right where it's at, so I'm gonna just leave it alone for right now. And then let's go access rank. Right now I want to actually have access level white, so I only want people pretty much if they're a white belt or above, they have access to it, and obviously it's not going to be a paid content currently. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and so basically all I did right now is change the name. So that worked out perfectly for what I was doing. All right, so I'm going to click done. All right, so that's actually the first feature of editing details. It kind of shows you right there. But let's go ahead and start working on changing images. So I'm going to hit here. Let's actually do this. I'm going to create a new collection, and I'm going to call it self-defense. All right, creating self-defense. I want it to be accessible just like before. So here it is, and it's going to pop up right here. So let's pretend I want to change that image. Now, as we talked before when we were dealing with the other video, we just used one of the default icons. Now this time I actually want to upload my own image. So I'm going to go right here to upload images, and I'm going to move down to upload new. Now I'm going to just click right here, and I have different options to upload, but for right now I'm just going to go on here. And I'm actually going to use this one right here that I set aside. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to crop it, and we are good. All right, and so then I'm just going to upload it, and it's going to show up right here. Simple as that. All right, so now what we're going to do is take a look. We looked at edit details, change images. Let's go ahead and show hide items. And let me explain this one real quick. So sometimes when I'm setting up an archive, I don't want my students to necessarily even see that it exists at the moment, because I have a lot of placeholders when I'm building archives where I build it out, but I haven't yet uploaded the content, or maybe I'm about ready to film all the video. So sometimes I like to start creating it, but I want to hide it. So what this does is it shows hide. So from right here, a little eyeball kind of pops up, and I'm actually, in this case, going to close this so that nobody can see it. So I can still see it, but the rest of my students, if they're on their archive, they wouldn't actually be able to see that, and only these two would pop up. So I'm going to keep it that way for right now, and we'll go ahead and move to the next feature. And again, if I want to turn it off, I just go do the exact same thing. Now let's pretend that I really like this one, but I want it over here at the very front. So I'm actually going to go here into reorder. Now if I want the self-defense to be my very first one, I can do a shortcut which will take wherever it is to the very front. So I'll go ahead and show you just like that, and it pops right there. And then I'd save and I'd be done with that. And it automatically puts it up the front. Now, if I have a lot of different reordering, I can come right here and I could move it one over, and now it's in the middle, and that one switched places. Or if I wanted to go back, I could do the same thing with the other arrow. So you kind of understand, if I did the end arrow, it'll go to the very end. So it's a pretty simple concept, pretty user friendly. So we just want to make it easy for you on that one. All right, let's go to the next one. Next one is copying collections. Now, there are going to be times when you're setting up your archive where you might put a whole bunch of things. Let me put an example. Let's get into this a little bit more. So let's go into, let's change the name of this collection. Let's do edit details, and we're going to edit the name, and we're going to call this one basic. Basic class, how about that? Basic class. And I'm done there. So let's go into basic class and let's create a couple create a couple collections. So let's go week 1, create, and just for simple, we'll do week 2. Okay, let's pretend that I'm in the basic. Now let's go back for just a second. Now when I'm in, let's say I have it built out exactly my format, and it's all set that I could actually do pretty much exact same thing for my advanced class. Instead of going through create new collection, what I can do is come in here and I can copy collection. I'm going to click copy this collection and I'm going to change it. I'm going to call it advanced class. And I'm going to create that copy just like so. And you can see here's basic and here's advanced. So of course I'd want to go in, edit some details, or not details actually, we'll go to the next one, which is change images. So I'm going to go right here and I want to use this one for my advanced class. So I'm going to use selected and now I changed the photo as well. So we got that one in today too. All right, so then let's see, the next one on it is let's go ahead and obviously get into the final one, which makes sense, which is let's go ahead and delete it. You know what, I ended up working on that self-defense. I didn't like how it's coming out, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete. And boom, now it's gone. Now let's say I have items inside of it. If I do delete basic and I go, are you sure? It's going to give me this warning right here because it's filled with content. So you'll have to actually go through and actually we have it set up where you can just delete the whole thing. Or you might want to take a look at it, go in there and say, you know what, I don't want week 1, but I do want to keep week 2. And so I might keep it that way. Anyway, so that right there is our basics on creating collections and also all the little editing features that we have available right now for your use.